3 game-changing tips that'll make you $1 million this year. The art of calling the C-suite. There are 3 critical things that you need to do in order to win when calling the C-suite. Now, who am I referring to? CEOs, COOs, CFOs, CTOs, CMOs, and also founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, board of directors. If you're calling anybody that sits in that corner office, if you're calling an executive that is running the show, that has the power to write the check, this message is for you. When calling these individuals, you have to make sure that you have 3 areas. I'm going to lay out 3 areas here in order for you to win. Number 1, what are you going to share? You must be prepared to know what you're going to share. So again, number 1 is, what are you going to share? Do your homework. What exactly does this executive or the industry that they're in is struggling? What challenges do they have? What does the market say they're going through? When was the last time this individual published something that related to their industry that spoke about some of the challenges? When was the last time this organization or this company or this industry talked about commodity prices, changes, market conditions, whatever it is? Do your homework. So what are you going to talk about? Number 2, value over pitch. Value over pitch. So when you know what they're struggling about, when you know what their issues are, when you know what this executive or the organization or the industry is going through, now you must curtail what your value proposition is to address those initiatives, to address those issues. You're speaking to their heart. It's like when I'm talking to my wife, her love language is when I do things for her, when I do things around the house, when I do things before she even asks. I'm speaking to her heart. If you want to speak to the CEO's heart, then you're talking about things that create shareholder value, that speak to the bottom line. So how do you tie those initiatives that you were able to uncover, right, in terms of what are you going to talk about? You tie that into your value proposition in terms of how are you going to solve these challenges? Value over pitch. Number 3, this part is so critical. And by the way, stick around because I'm going to share a story that really speaks to all this. Number 3, very important, strategy. What do you mean? The pitch? No. This is even more important than the pitch because once you get the pitch down, you have to use it. Here comes the strategy. When to dial. Folks, if you are going to operate 8 to 5, if you're the kind of person that is, the softball coach and you want to be in the field by 5:30 and you drop your kids off to school, which is great, right? But you drop them off at 8 o'clock, you're in the office at 8:30, this is not for you. This is for the hungry sales professional that wants to win in their space, dominate their space. You must dial local target time an hour before business hours. What do I mean? If I'm calling somebody in the East Coast, I'm starting my dialing at 7 a.m. If I'm calling somebody in the West Coast, meaning 8 a.m. Pacific time, I'm calling them 7 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? You must dial 1 hour before business hours. You must dial on the hour 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after. And you must dial between when business ends, 1 hour from that time out to the complete hour. In other words, if it ends at 5, I'm calling until 6 p.m. from 5 to 6. That's what you call golden hour. That's what we call here at CLP money time. That's when we make the most and we create the most value for our clients. True story. C-level partners, we're sitting here, we're having a meeting early morning. We're talking 7 a.m. I turn on Squawk Box. We see a CEO speaking about his business. He's speaking about the great value that he was able to do with his team this past year, okay? The numbers that they were able to create and the growth that they were able to have. Then he spoke about areas of opportunity and a few threats that his industry is faced with, but his company is looking to address. 45 minutes when that segment was done on Squawk Box, we had the CEO on the phone via mobile. We addressed exactly what he shared. We tied it into one of our clients' value proposition, and we were able to have a calendar invite accepted by him before we even hung up the phone for later that month. That opportunity netted a $2.7 million deal for our client with a 60% margin that our client runs on. That's what you call value creation. That's what you call execution, determination, grit, and not allowing anything to get in your way. When you're in sales, you have to have this type of behavior, this mindset to dominate your space. 3 things you can make $1 million this year. Follow this process. Do me a favor, comment below, like this video, and share it with others. I'm looking to grow this channel with professionals like yourself, and I look forward to bringing more value to you.